Hello, good day. This video is on behalf of G3 in partnership with UACDC. My name is John Diaz, and I'm going to lead you guys through a couple homebody workouts that you can do with just yourself and very little equipment that you can find around the house or at a park, depending on your availability to things. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. All right, guys, before we get into any of these exercises, first we're going to go ahead and warm up. We want to warm up so that we can be loose and we can start performing at our peak performance. The exercises that I'm going to show you guys to warm up with, it's gonna increase your heart rate. It's gonna get your body warm. All right, those things we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and loosen up the hamstrings. We're gonna loosen up the quads. We're gonna loosen up our hips, open them up. And once you go ahead and go through these exercises, go through these movements, you should feel a lot more open, a lot more loose. And like I said, you should be performing at your peak performance. And here they are. All right, guys. So part of the dynamic warm-up we're going to do, first we're going to do high knees, and with these type works you're going to do about 10 to 15 yards going both ways. At my house I just have these couple pots that are set up that I'm going to use. This is approximately 10 yards. First thing we're going to do, we're going to start off with high knees. When you go to high knees, you want to go opposite hand, opposite knee, just like you're running, but this time you're running at a slower pace, exaggerating the motion. So when you go, you're coming up, right? And then we're gonna go back the same way. All right, so that's high knees. Next one we're gonna do leg swings. Leg swings, we're gonna go ahead and take our opposite hand, opposite foot, go as high as we can so we can stretch our hamstring, open up our hips. And just like high knees, we're gonna go back with it. All right. So that's it for leg swings. So that's leg swings. Now I'm gonna show you some calf stretches. Calf stretches, what you're gonna do, depending on what leg you start with, you're gonna take whatever leg you start with, take that heel, put it at the front of the other foot, put it at the toe, keep both legs straight, go down, sweep the ground. You're gonna take a couple steps, switch it. And you're gonna keep alternating. And we're gonna go back the same way. All right, guys. As you see, I'm already starting to sweat. Like I said, when you do these movements, you're gonna get your body warm, you're gonna start sweating, my heart rate's pumping. Right now, this is a good workout to warm up with. To end it off, we're gonna do some sprints, okay? So what you wanna do, you wanna sprint from this to there. You wanna, mine, I have a wall in front of me, but you wanna go through the cone or whatever you have your thing set at. So we're gonna get down. Same thing going back. And that's it for the dynamic workout or warm up. Now we're gonna show you some isometric stretches that are more stationary. So for some of you guys that don't have a yard as big as mine, if you guys may wanna just warm up inside. This is one thing you can do to warm up inside is jumping jacks. Jumping jacks, or you can do high knees, but you can do it in place instead of moving forward. So right now you can do jumping jacks, and the way you want to do a jumping jack, you basically want to pretend like you have a string from your hand to your foot. So every time you go out, it follows. It's gonna be like this. okay? So with that, you want to try and do at least 30 to 60 jumping jacks to go ahead and get it going. If not, you want to do a 1, 2, 3 count, which will come out to be 60, because you go 1, 2, 3, 1. So really you just did 2, but you're counting as 1. So the way you would do it, you go 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. And so on and so forth, all the way till you reach 30. All right, guys. So one of the stretches that we're gonna start off with is a stationary stretch that is pretty common. We're just gonna do feet together. This is gonna help open up our glutes. It's gonna help open up our hamstrings. It's gonna help open up our hips just slightly. I'll get more and open up your hips a little more throughout the video. But right now, this is primarily for your calves, your hamstring, your glutes, more so the back part of your legs. So we're gonna keep our feet together, keep your back straight, and we're gonna go down. Then you start to bend your back to reach down as far as you can. You wanna try and grab the back of your ankles if you can. If not, front of the toes is fine. You can touch the ground, whatever you can do. I'm gonna show you guys a side view. So we're gonna go down, and we're just gonna hold it. It's gonna hold it. Typically, all these stationary stretches I'm about to show you guys, you wanna hold for about 10 to 15 seconds, just depending on how flexible you are, how much work you need to get to. Definitely warm it up first is gonna help these stretches become a lot easier. To go with that same feet together variation, a little slight alteration to it, what you can do, you can go heels together, toes facing out. So same concept, we're going down, we're gonna try and reach the back of our ankles, reach the toes, touch the floor, whatever we're gonna do. We're still gonna have that arch in our back. Right now you wanna start off straight, go down, start to lean, grab the back. Show you guys a side view. And you just wanna hold and breathe. You wanna breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. And while you're stretching, you wanna breathe the whole time, okay? It's good to keep count, but try and count in your head so that way you can maintain your breathing and it won't fluctuate. All right, then the next alteration we're gonna do toes together. Toes together, heels out. Same concept. We're gonna go down, I'm just holding it. And we're gonna turn. Okay, and those three right there are working out the same muscle groups, but it's just since you're twisting your legs in different ways, you're gonna stretch them in different ways to get a nice deeper stretch, okay? So from here, after we finish those, we're gonna go ahead and spread our legs. You're gonna spread your legs a lot more than shoulder width apart. You don't wanna over exaggerate where you're gonna pull a muscle. Where I'm at, this is comfortable for me. You guys need to just spread out your legs to figure out what's comfortable for you and for you to get a good stretch. So for this one first, we're gonna reach right, reach left, okay? So for me, I'm gonna be reaching right, but to you guys, it's gonna look, I'm going left. So I'm gonna reach to my right, and you're just gonna hold it. Right now, we're stretching out this hamstring, stretching out the back of our calf, getting a little bit of pull in your knee area. Okay, then we're gonna come up and we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so now guys, after we went right and left, now we're gonna go down the middle to go ahead and stretch the hips a little bit. We're gonna stretch our groin slightly, and we're still gonna stretch our hamstrings and calves. All right, we're gonna get a little bit of glute stretch. So we're gonna go, and it's gonna go down and try and reach the back of your heels and kind of pull down. Okay, now we're gonna come up. Now, to finish off this, we're gonna lean left and right. Okay, so the way we're gonna lean is, it's gonna be similar to an exercise I'm gonna show you guys later on. But right now, this is one that we're gonna do. We're just gonna lean, make sure your heels are on this ground, and you're just gonna be here. You're gonna take your elbow, put it on the inside of your knee, and push out to help stretch your groin. Right now, we're stretching out this leg, and what's pushing, stretching out our groin. Come up, and we're gonna go the other way. Remember what I said, guys? We're gonna keep heels on the ground and we're gonna push on our inside knee. Keep your back straight, butt down. Okay, then we're gonna come up. So for our last exercise, it's gonna be a stationary stretch. We're gonna go a little bit shoulder width apart, almost like you're about to perform a squat, which I'm gonna show you guys how to do as well later on in this video. You're gonna get your feet a little more than shoulder width apart, and you're going to squat down, put your elbows inside your knees, push outward. You wanna keep your back straight and push out. Right now we're getting a good stretch on our groin area and opening up our hips. Keep your butt down and just push out. And you want to breathe, just breathe. And come up. With the Saigons, you want to typically do those 2 times, 1 or 2 times, depending on how you're feeling. Me, personally, I like to do 2. But like I said, it just depends on how flexible you are and how much work you need to get done. So with every stretch that I just showed you guys, as far as the stationary, remember you want to do 10 to 15 seconds holding, and then repeat as many times as you need to. But if you go through that, then decide how many times you need to do it. Okay, guys? Alright, guys, so here I just got a list of my favorite core exercises that I'm just going to read off to you guys, where I feel like they're pretty easy to do, but if you do them right and you do the variations, I'm going to show you guys advanced level, you guys are going to get a burn as well. So to start, we're going to go ahead and start off with some planks. The way you want to perform plank is similar to a push-up, except you're not holding yourself up. You're actually on your forearm, and you're going to help strengthen your shoulders. You're going to help strengthen your core, and we're just going to go ahead and go just like this. You want to keep your back straight. You don't want your butt in the air. You don't want your butt too low. A good rule of thumb: if you feel it in your back, your butt is too low. If you feel it in your hamstrings, your butt is too high. What we're doing right now, this is a basic plank exercise. For the guys that want to do a little more, there's twisting side to side. You want to keep your core tight and touch each side. The next one, we're going to go ahead and do rocking back and forth. And all we're doing is just pushing on our toes. The next is push-up planks. You just want to climb your way down. So those plank variations that I just showed you guys, those are more on the easier side. The regular one is going to be the easiest one, and all the ones after that I showed you in order, those are going to be the harder, more intense ones. For the guys who are really good, who have a really strong core, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this variation. So one that I like to do, it's going to be really tricep targeted, where you still are making sure that you're getting a good core workout, but now you're going to work out your triceps a lot. So from the same plank position, what we're going to do, we're just going to push up, coming off from your forearms. Okay, that's one. The next one I want to show you is a Superman plank. And a Superman plank is similar to a regular plank, similar to a push-up position, but this time you're just holding yourself. What we're going to do, we're going to overextend ourselves, so that way it's a lot harder to hold ourselves up, because opposed to us being underneath, we got a lot stronger base to hold ourselves up. This time we'll overextend it, and you're going to feel like a lot more intensity of holding yourself up, keeping your body straight, because your body wants to dip, but if you got a strong core, you have no choice but to hold it up. So I'm going to show you guys how to properly do this. You're going to extend out your hands, good distance, and you're going to put up your feet. Right now, for some people, this may be difficult already. What you want to do is just gauge it. If you can go lower, go lower. And that's how you do a Superman plank. Depending on how strong you are, you can hold it for 20 seconds, 25 seconds, 45 seconds, a minute. Just gauge it of how strong you are. The next one I want to show you is a Bullfrog Plank. And a Bullfrog Plank is similar to a Superman plank, but now instead of holding it just out, we're gonna go outward with it. We're gonna have our legs follow. So we're gonna go ahead and get set up, and we're just gonna hold it just like this. Same thing, depending on how strong you are, how long you hold it, that's all of you guys. You gotta gauge it as far as you want. But these last three that I just showed you guys, these are more advanced. If you're not there yet, please start with the beginning planks I showed you guys. All right, guys, now that I showed you some planks, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next one, which are flutter kicks. Flutter kicks are another one of my favorites. It's gonna target your whole abdominal system. It's gonna target your top, your middle, your obliques, it's gonna target the bottom. And I'm gonna show you how you do that. So first, you wanna go ahead and lay on your back. All right, you see how I'm laying straight down? On the camera, how I'm laying straight down. What you wanna do, you want to lift up just a little bit. You want to bend that top abdominal. You want to lift up your feet. And you're just going to move them up and down. Still, we're coming up. Do not lift with your head, okay? You want to have a loose head. You want to lift with only your top abdominals, because if you lift with your head, you're going to start having neck pains. Now that I showed you flutter kicks, I'm going to show you something very similar. These are called scissors. Scissors are very similar to flutter kicks in the sense that we're going to lift with our top abdominal still. We're going to have a loose neck. We're going to have our feet elevated. But instead of going up and down with it, we're going to go side to side in a crossing motion. All right? And that's what I'm talking about. Still want to have a loose neck. Want to have your top lifted, crunching the top abdominals, and just going back and forth in a crossing motion. And those are scissors. For scissors and flutter kicks, you want to make sure that your core is engaged, is tight. And so the next exercise I'm going to show you guys is reverse crunches. Reverse crunches is very simple. It's very easy to do. You don't need to do a lot. I'm going to show you guys going to target the lower part of your abdominals. And this is something that beginners can do too, to build up to the flutter kicks and scissors. So what you want to do, you still want to lay down. And this time what you're going to do, you're only lifting your butt off the ground to come towards your chest. You're going to make your knees touch your chest. They don't really have to touch your chest, but that's the motion you're going to go in. Okay? So you're going to bend your knees, lift your feet up so that way they're hovering over the ground. Lift. See how my butt is coming up? And you don't want to touch the ground. If you need to touch the ground, you can. So guys, just to be clear with those reverse crunches, when I said that you don't want your feet to touch the ground, you don't want to have your feet touch the ground, but if you need to just tap and go, that's fine. You know, you may not be strong enough to just have them floating in the air. That's okay. Just tap and go. Just don't rest your feet on the ground. So the next one I want to show you guys are leg raises. Leg raises, they're, you know, we're going to lay on the ground. They're a love-hate thing for most people. So you're going to lay down on the ground. And you're just going to lift, still lifting your butt up, bring them down. Don't let them touch the ground. Us doing this, we're targeting our lower abs primarily, but it does work out our full abdominals. Okay? And those are leg raises. So now what I want to show you guys is a little combination between leg raise and scissors. For the more advanced people, this is a really, really good burn for you guys. So we're going to lay down. We're going to lift up just like we would do regular scissors. As we do the scissors, we're going to lift up. Come down. So as you see, we're incorporating scissors and the leg raises all in one. And that there targets your full abdominals. It's a great burn. Beginners, I wouldn't say start with this. I would definitely say go ahead and start with the scissors and the leg raise separately to work up to this. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to these other exercises that these are both beginner friendly and advanced, intermediate. Obviously you can do this too, but it just depends on how you alter them. If you have a weight in your hand or if you're doing it with a weight vest on, it just depends on how you guys are going to do it. But you can definitely still just use your body weight for this. It's gonna feel great, it's gonna feel a good burn. Again, however long you go, that's gonna increase the intensity of it. So the first thing I wanna start with heel touches. Heel touches are pretty simple. We're gonna lay down, have our knees bent. We're gonna lift up with our top abdominals again. Remember, loose neck. And we're gonna touch each side. So we're gonna touch each side of our heels. You're just going side to side. You're not turning over, lifting up your whole body. You're just going side to side, rocking side to side, touching your heel. This here is working your obliques, which is your side of your stomach, side of your abs, and your top abdominals, okay? And those are heel touches. Heel touches I would recommend for you guys, for beginners, I would say touch each side 15 times, so a total of 30. Then for more advanced, I would say go for 80 total, which would be about 40 each side, okay? So you want to go ahead and do that. Next, I would say the easier one to do a Russian twist. Russian twist, we're also going to bend our knees, but this time we're going to be up with it. You're going to lean slightly back, lift up your knees if you can. If you can't, it's okay to rest your feet on the ground. Beginners, you can rest your feet on the ground, and more advanced, have your feet up. What you're going to do, turn your body. You want to twist. You don't want to just reach. You want to twist your body. Beginners, same thing. You just hold your feet down. Same concept. You're just having more stability, a lot more ease on your abs. And the purpose for this is going to work your obliques a lot more than it would any other exercise because it's targeting a lot more. It does work out your full abs, but your obliques are the ones that's really targeted, so those are the ones you're going to feel it more, and those are the ones getting the most work. Okay guys, last on our list is a full body crunch. We're going to incorporate a regular sit-up and our reverse crunches all in one, okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to be down, and for beginners, just to let you guys know this is how you can start, you're going to lean up, hold yourself up, and you're just going to bring it to you. Squeezing both sides. For more advanced, you can let go. And you want to just have it nice and controlled. Really slow reps. So make sure you're doing it right. You don't want to just go super fast because then you start rocking. You want to maintain a stable point and target those muscles. Alright guys, so that's it for the abs. Let's go ahead and get into the workouts. We're going to first start with legs. Alright guys, first thing we're going to do a basic body weight exercise, which is a squat. Squat, you don't need any equipment right now. You don't need a chair. If you need a chair just to measure the depth of how low you can go, that's fine. If you're not ready yet to do it completely by yourself, you can use a chair. You just want to make sure you get a 90-degree angle whenever you go down. So the way we're going to go ahead and do the squat, you're going to have your feet a little more than shoulder width apart, toes facing as forward as possible. If you need to turn them outward, that's okay. Just don't over exaggerate. You don't want to point them too far out and you can't really squat right. You want to have them facing as forward as possible, legs at adjustable width, chest up, shoulders back. Don't just suck in your stomach, tighten your stomach. Tighten your core and you're going to have a much easier time staying straight, and it's going to have a very strong, stable stance. Okay? Gonna go, like I said, chest up, shoulders back, core engaged. You're going to try and get a 90-degree angle. Okay? So you want to go just up and down. You don't want to squat forward. You don't want to lean backward. You want to stay there and act like you're just sitting in a chair. Okay? So you got the side view, same thing. Shoulder, feet, same width apart. Toes still facing forward. Chest up, shoulders back, core engaged. Me, I like to put my hands in front. If you didn't notice, it's just my way since I don't want my hands on the side and I hold the bar. I just like to keep them in front just so my hands aren't swaying back and forth. Here we go. Alright guys, the exercise I just showed you guys was a regular squat. Now I'm going to show you a different couple variations in case that's too easy for you, you need a little more of a challenge. This is called a sumo squat. Sumo squat is very similar to a regular squat where you're still keeping your chest out, back straight, shoulders back, and you just want to have core engaged. This time, so we're going to overextend. You don't want to go too overextend where you're going to do a split. You want to have still a strong base, but it's going to be a lot more than shoulder width apart. Okay, toes still facing forward, and we're just going to go ahead and still try and reach that 90-degree angle. Now just a little more targeted towards our hamstrings. And here we go. Show you guys the side view. And that's a sumo squat. All right, guys, the next variation of a squat we're gonna do, this one's called a pause squat, and it's just what it sounds like. We're gonna do a regular squat, but this time we're gonna pause at the bottom. So same rules apply to a regular squat. This time we're just pausing at the bottom, and that's how it goes. Still gonna keep the same stance as what I said from the regular squat. Go down, you're gonna sit here. However long you wanna count. Sometimes you count to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it just depends on your count. Come up. Typically people will do a 2 count. So for the sake of this video, I'm gonna do a 2 count. Depending on your expertise or just where you're at physically, beginner, intermediate, or expert, you can decide your count. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do 2 counts just for the sake of this video. So we're gonna go down, 1, 2, up, 1, 2, up, 1, 2, up, 1, 2, up. Show you a side view. 1, 2, up. 1, 2, up. 1, 2, up. All right, guys, this next squat variation, this one's called 1 1/4 squat. Okay, same rules apply as far as a regular squat. This time, instead of a pause, we're just gonna come up slightly, quarter of the way, go back down, then complete the full squat. I'm gonna show you guys what I mean. Again, your full squat position, same thing as before. Regular squat is gonna be a base of all the squats we're doing, so always remember that. We're gonna keep a regular squat. You're gonna come down. Before you come up, you're gonna come here, go back down, all the way up, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and show you a full version. Okay, side view. Alright guys, in this variation it can really help you if you're more on the advanced side, so that way you can feel a little more burn opposed to the regular squat. It just depends on what you want to do. Even if you're a beginner and you want to try this, just try low reps. Just work with what you got. Alright guys, for our next variation, these are called Bulgarian split squats. For this we're going to need a chair. Just to let you guys know, if you're a beginner, I wouldn't recommend trying this right away. I mean, you can give it a try to see how you feel about it, but if your legs aren't that strong right now, I will wait and master the regular push-up and all the other variations I told you first before you move on to this, because it's going to be really single leg focused. Okay, so we have our chair, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to put our foot on top of the chair. Okay, got it here. This is the part where you want to get comfortable, because obviously if I squat right now, it's not going to be the best squat. Kick your foot out a little bit so your foot is in front of you, and you want to try and get that 90-degree both ways. Okay, you see how my knee is still over my foot? I'm going, my chest still up, shoulder still back. Okay, and whenever you're done with that, you're gonna switch legs and you're gonna go. Depending on your level of where you're at as far as like physical, you wanna do, I would say about 10 to 20 of those, because like I said, this single leg focus, you will feel burn. If you need to do more, go ahead and do more. Beginners, I would say you start from 5 to 10 and work your way from there. Guys, in that last exercise, I apologize when I told you there should be 90 degree both ways. I'm sorry, I was thinking about the next exercise, which is a split squat. It doesn't require a chair. That's where you want to try and get 90 degree both ways. Because it was in a chair, I neglected to remember that it's not going to be 90 degrees. But that front leg, you definitely want to try and have it 90 degrees to mimic a squat. Now, another version of the squat that we're going to do is a split squat. And this is where I meant that you should have 90 degrees both ways. You're going to go ahead and split your legs, okay? You want to get good distance. You want to get comfortable depending on how tall you are. You want to go ahead and get down, 90 degrees, 90 degrees. Okay, if you need to adjust, go outward, anything you need to do, go ahead and do it. Your knee isn't touching the ground. You want to stop, okay? Same rules apply. Chest out, shoulders back, back straight. All right, guys. So the next variation of the lunge we're going to do a side lunge. Okay, so you want to have your base, and you're still going to get that spread of the legs. But this time when you spread your legs, you're going to go down. Okay, whatever side you spread that leg with, that's what you're going to go down. For instance, if I decide to spread with my right foot, I go, squat, come back. Okay, and you do the same thing with your left foot. Okay, same rules apply, same thing. Chest out, chest up, back straight, shoulders back, okay? All right, guys, the next leg exercise we're gonna do, this one's called a step up. So this one you are gonna need a chair, a bench, couch, whatever you have access to, okay? And the point of it is just what it sounds like. You're gonna step up. You know, whatever leg you start with, you're gonna come. All your strength is gonna push off of this one, okay? You're gonna lean forward. That way you have your base over this one. This is gonna be your lifeline, basically. Everything you're gonna push with is from this leg. When you're going down, control it, okay? Same rules as before. I know you know. Chest out, back straight, shoulders back, core engaged. Ready? Up. And when you're coming down, you want to really make sure you're controlling and coming down. You want to just flop on it because you can damage your knee like that. Possibly break it, but more likely you can just injure it. I don't want to go too much into detail of how you can injure it and what it's going to do, but just know, come down slowly before you hurt yourself. Alright, guys, and then after you do your set number, you want to go ahead and switch legs and then match that number. Alright, guys. Only thing really I have left to teach you guys or just show you how to use your body weight is just calf raises. We used to do this all the time when I was playing football with G3. We just go ahead and, simple as that, lift up on your toes. You want to flex your calf muscle. You want to do like a 1 second hold at the top, come down. Show you a side view. Okay, you're gonna just hold it. You're gonna do a good amount of number of that. So like I said, depending on what your level is, I would say for beginners, go for 25, about 25 to 30. And then for advanced, 50 to 100. If you have a ledge as far as like a step or just a curb, that can definitely help. And that would definitely help to increase how you lift up. It would definitely add on weight because you're going deeper, okay? So I would say go ahead and find a ledge. If not, you can do exactly how I just did it. All right, guys, now that we're done with lower body, we're gonna go ahead and move into upper body. I'm about to show you guys a basic body weight exercise that is very common. Everybody loves it. It's called a push-up. Push-ups, we're gonna go ahead and put our hands underneath our chest. We don't want it too far up. We don't want our hands way in front of us. You want it right underneath our chest. You're gonna have a straight body, and you go down, up. Your body is not touching the ground. You're coming right before it, and you're pushing them straight up. And you guys want to repeat that. Like I said, beginner, intermediate, advanced. You just want to pick your number. For beginners, I would say try and aim for 5. If you cannot do 5, here's a variation that can help you right now as far as building strength, so that way you can get to that point. 1 is just to hold it in the air. Get used to just holding your weight up. I would say hold it for 10 seconds. Once you hold that for 10 seconds, come down. Hold it for 10 seconds. If another one, these are called shoulder taps. You're gonna tap your shoulder while trying not to sway your body as much as possible. Those are a couple of exercises that can help build your strength. For more advanced people, I would say aim for 30 and up. Just whatever your number can, however how you go, but your starting number should be 30. You guys, a regular push-up, and that's gonna be the base of all push-ups. I'm about to just throw a couple push-up variations out there, and we're gonna start with first the military press. Military press, same concept as a regular push-up, but this time you're gonna have your hands a little more inward towards your chest instead of right outside your chest. You're gonna have it in the inside of your chest, same concept, just up and down. Okay, now when you're more advanced, we're gonna do triangle or diamond push-ups. Same concept, up and down, wide grip. Staggered. You put one hand forward and one hand back. You want to switch hands so you get it even. And those are a couple of push-up variations that you guys can definitely do. And then, like I said, it goes still beginner, intermediate, advanced. All right, guys. All the exercises I just threw out right now, those are the exercises that are very basic, but they can be for beginner, intermediate, and advanced. What you want to do, you want to pick the one that better suits you. If you're trying to work more on the inside of your chest, military press, diamond push-ups, those are the ones for you. If you're going to do the outside of your chest, wide grip or the staggered push-ups is going to really target the outside of your chest. Overall, you doing a regular push-up, that is going to target your chest in a whole. So it can target the whole chest, and opposed to focusing on the right, focusing on the left, the inside or outside. These push-ups right here, these are a lot more advanced for some guys who may be able to do that a lot faster, a lot more efficiently. This one is called the quarter squat, quarter push-up, similar to the quarter squat. We're coming up, come down, halfway or quarter way, up. Okay, the next one is a pause push-up. Pause push-up, all you're gonna do is just pausing at the bottom. You're gonna go for 5 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, whatever level you're at. You wanna hold it at the bottom, come up, hold it there for the same amount of seconds, go down. So for this, I'm just gonna do 2 seconds. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And that's really just how the pause push-ups work. If you want, you can just hold it till you get tired, or however you want to do it. You want to go for endurance, you want to go more for strength, however you want to do it, just find what better suits you. But when it comes to the pause push-ups, if you're a beginner, this can help you as well. Getting used to holding it upward, getting used to holding it down, this can help build up your muscle. It may not seem like a lot, but it'll help you a lot. All right, guys, the very last push-up variation that I'm going to show you guys is called a pike push-up. For a pike push-up, you're targeting the shoulders a little more. It really kind of strays away from the chest, but right now you're going to target your shoulders, so you're still pushing up. And we're going to start in our regular push-up position. And what you're going to do, you're going to slowly walk in. Tilt your butt up to make a triangle. And there you guys have it. And you're going to work out your shoulders while using a push-up variation that's supposed to be more targeted towards your chest and your triceps. I typically think more chest because that's the first thing I always feel, but you do tone and strengthen your triceps as well with a push-up. But when it comes to the pike push-up, you're going more towards your shoulders and your triceps. So that's something that you can do a 2-in-1. Okay guys, so that first of all wraps up all our body weight exercises you can do, how to warm up, different exercises you can do to stretch, and different exercises to do to work out your upper body, your lower body, whatever you need to do. So one thing I do want to point out while you guys are working out, don't forget to remember your water intake. If you don't know how much water you're supposed to drink a day, a small rule that you can remember, however much you weigh divided by 2, that's how many you're supposed to drink in ounces. So if you guys weigh 150 pounds divided by 2, that's 75 ounces of water that you would drink per day. Okay, so with you guys working out, you have to remember that you're going to have to account for that. You're going to have to up that water intake. So instead of 75 ounces, I would say probably take about 95 ounces if you're going to be working out vigorously. If you're going to be working out a lot, go ahead and take that 95 ounces. Whatever you're going to do, add 20 ounces to however much you're supposed to drink a day. So that wraps up our video on basic body weight exercises. I hope this helps a lot of you guys, and if you need any more alterations, just ask any of our G3 members, or you can contact me through G3. Again, this video is on behalf of G3 with partnership in UACDC, and I hope you guys have a great day.